Hello there, I'm Funky Monkey. Welcome to my House of Love. Now, as I'm sure I've stated before, I'm British. And one thing that bothers me is the lack of British superheroes. There are very few of them. This is slowly changing, however, with the addition to the DC universe of the new Knight and his scintillating sidekick, the Squire, but I'm sure we'll get to them in a future episode. But I'm not here to talk about them. Not today, at least. No, I am here to talk about Marvel's Defender of the Realm, the Paragon of Albion, Captain Britain. Created by Chris Claremont and Herb Trimpe, and first appearing in 1976, Captain Britain, alias Brian Braddock, uses the power of the Amulet of Right to uphold British law. I'm not going to delve into continuity here, but over the years our Bry's been through the wars. Most recently, he defended dear old Blighty from Skrull and later vampire invasion. Which brings me to today's topic, Captain Britain and MI13 Issue 1. Now, I only have the Panini trade version, so I'll be reading from that. But with that said, let's dig into Captain Britain and MI13, Issue 1. We open to a splash page of John Lennon. We find out that this is a Skrull John Lennon who's been imprisoned on charges of treason. As a man named Grimsdale moves to execute him, he utters helter-skelter.
I got blisters on me fingers!
And Grimsdale is summarily sliced in twain. But shock! Grimsdale was a Skrull. A Skrull? In a Secret Invasion tie-in? Surely not. And we cut to Captain Britain fighting his damnedest to stop those dirty, shape-changing mother crushers. What? I don't do swearing. From conquering our green and pleasant land. We're then introduced to Muslim doctor Faiza Hussein. She performs battlefield triage while fangirling over Captain Britain.
Easily one of his top 10 battles. It was awesome!
Top 10?
Mate, it was up there with the Lord Hawk one. I so love British superheroes.
And then, remember the Black Knight? Faiza and the Black Knight have a cute scene together. And then, we cut to Downing Street.
It turns out the Home Secretary was a Skrull. My cabinet is now, there's 3 of us. As we speak, Captain Midlands and Union Jack are with ground forces mustering to secure crucial targets in London. All British superheroes now work for MI13, like it or not.
You see, Tony? That's how you do it.
Peter, 13 is yours. With no JIC chair, you answer to me.
I feel I should explain a little here. You see, the featured Prime Minister here is in fact Gordon Brown, who was actually Prime Minister at the time. You can search for the full story online, but a short version is that he worked under Tony Blair as his Chancellor of the Exchequer for 11 years, but finally got to be Prime Minister in 2005. So he saves us from the Skrulls. And how do we reward him? By voting him out of office. Politics! The Skrulls are after the Siege Perilous, the gateway to the mystical otherworld. But our heroes draw up a plan to counteract.
We have a responsibility to the world. Peter, Captain John, you'll be joined by one other in transit.
I like your trust there. I'm got the words there, not without breaking character.
The other they mention is Lady Jacqueline Falsworth, alias Spitfire.
Understood. I'll get there. Getting tiresome here. I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do. Spitfire out. This is your fault. It's not who I am. It's just who I have to be sometimes.
After a page of Cap musing on his role in modern Britain, Faiza and the Black Knight are still tending to survivors. But it seems that the remains of the Skrull ship aren't completely dead.
Faiza! Oh no! Oh no!
Things go from bad to worse as MI13 is shot down by Skrulls.
He loves you.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to do a joke about that. It's just a cute reference. The assembled heroes of MI13 battle the Skrull invaders on the ground. But it turns out that this was only a delaying tactic, as there's a missile heading for the Siege Perilous.
If I can divert that missile, I save magic, maybe the world. That's what Captain Britain's for.
Go. And so our comic ends with Captain Britain bearing the full brunt of a Skrull missile. So that was Captain Britain in MI13 issue 1. And you know something? I'm going to put this into the House of Love. As an opening issue, it's a corker. It's got banter, fangirling, deadpan snark, even a comedy Beatles song reference. And while Leonard Kirk's artwork can occasionally veer towards the dodgy, overall, this comic is a joy to look at. Sadly, Captain Britain in MI13 was unceremoniously cancelled after only 15 issues. However, this story, and the ones that follow, remain as a tribute to a very British superhero, and I urge you to find the trades if it is at all possible. So thanks for watching, and join me next week for more fun and frolics. So long, folks! So long, folks! Well, that went rather well, I thought. And did I have to use me proper accent once? Oh, blimey, I've left on the camera!